The college football experience week 12 pregame show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WinBet. WinBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, Virginia. From boosted parlays to live in-game odds, WinBet is what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100, get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. We're also brought to you by the SGPN World Cup free roll. We're giving away $250 in cash and a $250 gift card to the winner. Enter today exclusively on the SGPN app, which is free to download. So grab that thing today in the App Store or Google Play Store. And then remember, folks, to let it ride.
This is Jim Mora, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Week 12 pregame show. Oh, man. Loaded slate. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Really healthy today, you know? Doing college basketball last night at like 1 a.m., but just got the early wake up, ate some vegetables, got a coffee going, had some fruit, feeling good about life. I am joined by, if you've been listening on our Saturday morning show before, he's here every Saturday morning, all right? Host of the NFL, one of the hosts of the NFL Gambling Podcast, NBA Gambling Podcast, WNBA Gambling Podcast. Give it up for my guy, Terrell Furman Jr. How you doing, Terrell?
What's going on, Kobe? Hey, look, what I'm trying to tell you, we the best there was, we the best there are, and we the best there ever will be.
Love it. I feel like Muhammad Ali might have said that at some point, and that was definitely probably accurate. How you been, man?
Oh, I'm good. You know, last week was an insane high to start the day. I cooled off as the day went on, but a crazy high to start the day. First 10 games that we gave out last week hit all 10 ATS. That was
I don't know that we've ever done that.
I have no idea. That's like insane start to the day. You have good days, but to start 10-0, that's insane.
Yeah, exactly. I see the chat is moving along. I mean, this is a loaded day. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Emmanuel, Johnny, JC from KC, Lucky Nugget. We even got the Lucky Nugget here. We got Jeff Kulik saying, you got new listeners today. Shout out to all of them. Make sure you check out not only our show, but the whole SGPN family. And like I said, Terrell hosts many shows there. Check out all of his work. The slate is wild today. And I'm going to start off with this. North Carolina A&T, if they win, they're in today. It's FCS.
Big South Championship.
Yes. Critical game against the running Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb. And on a lighter day, I mean, seeing some of the Austin P against Alabama, seeing some of the what was the other one? The JFK Bowl with UMass and Texas A&M.
All right.
I mean, it's a lighter slate, but there's still some key FBS games, but it's some great FCS games. Obviously, the Brawl of the Wild, Montana State. I mentioned Terrell Furman Jr. here, a graduate from North Carolina A&T. they play pretty much a playoff game right now. That's why we've always wanted a larger playoff, is because, look, they're not even in the playoffs, and this is a playoff game. Automatic qualifiers, absolutely fantastic.
And it's that North Carolina A&T team remembers last year as well. They lost to Gardner-Webb 35-27 as 7.5-point favorites. That was the new regime. And you really a down year for the T. And really it was a down year early this season, but now they've hit their stride. They seem like them boys know what they're doing. They're getting 10.5 today. You know I'm rolling with my boys on the money line. Come on.
There we go. Starting things off right.
Plus 300 on the money line. That's the only way I start off the show. Like I'm not starting the show off any other way.
Go Aggies. All right. I'll start off with the bang on the FBS late, and I guess we'll touch on some of the FCS games. Feel free to drop in the chat. We'll talk about whatever game you like. But am I crazy why is UConn getting 10.5 against Army? Am I missing something here?
I understand it because we still have, I don't think that they are judging UConn as a bowl team yet. This is still UConn. And granted, they're giving them a lot more credit because they played this game last year, I'm pretty sure, and it was a 23.5-point spread.
Well, yeah, but Jim Moore Jr. Jim Moore Jr. wasn't there last year, but
no, but I get that, and they still covered that 23.5. Like I'm pretty sure I was on Army and I lost that bet, so they still covered the 23.5. So I think that now you have Army. You're assuming one of the premier outside of Power 5 teams, and then you have UConn on the way coming up. I understand why they set the line like this, and you kind of have to, and it is a little bit of a letdown spot for UConn, but I don't know how you fade UConn right now.
Yeah, no, it is a letdown spot considering they beat a ranked team. But so UConn's an independent. They have 6 wins. That doesn't mean they're bowling because they give no respect to independents not named Notre Dame. So they actually need to win this. They need to win this to get on the radar of the bowl games. So there is a motivational side of it for the Huskies, and that is why I will start the morning off with UConn plus 10.5, and I will ride that plus 335 money line. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
It's a good play. Last week I told you to take UConn. I said, hey, take UConn in the points. Sprinkle on the money line. Like, don't ever take a double-digit spread and not, if you got $100 bet, take 25, put it on the money line, and just sweat it out because you never know what happens. And it was a prime letdown spot for Liberty, who got an SEC win the week before. And I said, hey, if you got that win and you hit that bet last week, just take that money, roll it over on UConn this week. You are super up right now. And now, even though it's a letdown, I just don't know if I can fade UConn. Now, this is a short number. It is a short number, 10.5. I think that is doable for Army and that triple option offense, but UConn's just a fun story, man. Sometimes you just got to back the fun stories.
Well, and if you diversify by taking the points and the money line, then, it covers your ass, because one thing I'm always shocked when Army is playing anyone in the FBS and they're more than a touchdown, it's a risky play for you to take Army, because with the triple option and even UConn, they've been playing their whole season with their backup quarterback and backup running back. They're both run-heavy teams. The clock is going to be moving. There is going to be a very limited amount of possessions in this game, which makes you want to take the dog that much more because you're getting more than a touchdown. You're getting more than a touchdown and a field goal. So give me UConn. I see the chat moving along. Shout out to Mondale Beach. Shout out to Jake Paquin. He goes, there's snow on the ground in Michigan. This is
yeah.
And he also gives away a Nakia Watson, a Bijan Robinson, and Judkins. Who's Judkins right now? Why am I drawing a blank on Judkins? Hit me up in the chat on Judkins. Oh, is that Ole Miss? That's Ole Miss. Anytime TD plus 123. Yeah, Judkins is a beast. Watson.
Man, college touchdowns are like so juiced.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, then you get plus 123. It's insane.
I really like that angle though, Jake, because Nakia Watson is the running back for Washington State. Arizona's got an awful run defense. They have a good offense, but I think Nakia Watson is probably your biggest hurdle, because Bijan Robinson, obviously, he normally gets his he'll get a score almost every week. And then Ole Miss and Judkins going up against Arkansas. They're not necessarily a great defensive team this year. Lucky Nugget saying 81% of the handle on UConn, and the line is moving towards Army. I still just don't know that Army can blow out anybody. I mean, they did it to ULM, but ULM has a soft defense. UConn's strength is their defense. Now, to be fair, I don't think UConn has played a triple option team this year. So I can see, let me just double check that and make sure I'm accurate with that. Yeah, they have not played a triple option team. So perhaps you have something going there. See the live chat going about the UCF Navy game going on currently, as I believe Navy has the ball at a 4th and goal. UCF live line is -9.5. Any interest in taking that?
Nah, I think because I was on Navy on plus the 15.5 already. I think that if I want to find kind of a middle situation, I want to get under a touchdown for UCF if I'm live betting that. So if Navy's driving right now and if you're on Navy, then yeah, take the 9.5 if you didn't get the, number. But I really would just stay away, honestly, if you didn't get the 15.5.
It's a letdown spot for
But
UCF.
if you come back and they score and you get UCF under a touchdown, then I think that there is some buyback on UCF there. So I would, if you already have Navy plus 15.5, play that. Wait for UCF to get under a touchdown, come back in on UCF, try the middle, and hit both bets.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's 4th and goal at UCF's 1.
I mean, yeah, Navy's definitely going to go for that. Navy goes for every 4th and 5, even 4th and 4.
Yeah.
Crazy. They'll be at their own 25-yard line and be like, yeah, we got this. I mean, the slate to start the morning off is kind of shitty. Wisconsin, Nebraska. Now, Wisconsin theoretically still alive to win the Big Ten West. It's not.
Are they really?
Dude, the most amazing nugget I heard this week was that no team in the Big Ten West controls their own destiny. Zero team, which is fucking almost unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like my head hurts trying to think about how that math equation was worked out.
Let us know if Navy gets that score, by the way. I might get in on that. So let us know if they score that.
Let us know. Wisconsin's laying 10.5 at Nebraska. I think Jim Leonard knows he's coaching for his job.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nebraska kind of has punted on the season now that they can't make a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I will lay the 10.5 with the Badgers. What are you doing there?
Yeah, I think Nebraska still has some offensive struggles moving the ball, and this Wisconsin defense is really live. Now, the only thing that I will say that will go up, and a reason I'd be concerned is the fact that Nebraska also has nothing to lose, and you're at home playing a conference rival, and you've had a shitty season. You're looking for any type of spark to take you into the offseason. You have Wisconsin next, and then Iowa after that on the road. This is your last home game. I'm going to take Wisconsin out of just pure they're the better team, but situational spot tells me that Nebraska's probably a little bit better play. But I'm on Wisconsin.
All right, touchdown Navy from what Hunter says in the chat. He also says he's got family at the WVU game, and they said it was 22 degrees, but the parking lots were filled. What? Hey, West Virginia fans are actually they're legit.
I wouldn't be out there. I would not be out there in 22-degree weather. So
I'll tell you this: I wouldn't be out there sober.
No, I don't know. 22 degrees is not, I don't care how much I drink. I'm still going to be cold. I don't believe that fallacy that alcohol makes you warm. I'm still freezing. I'm perfectly fine. This is why Kobe hates me, because I support domes, because I like to watch football and not be freezing my ass off while I'm doing it.
Terrible. Look, I've been to enough shopping malls in my life. All right. Look, 22 degrees.
I support domes.
It's not that alcohol makes you forget where you're at, essentially. You know what I mean? So that's where it takes it away. It doesn't actually warm you. You're still going to be cold, but it makes you forget where you're at. You start having fun. One of these days, we're gonna have to have some when we get the tour bus, man. When we get the college game day style tour bus for the show.
If it's
We're going
22 degrees, I'm not going. I'm
You're
staying
gonna
in the
stay
tour
in the
bus. I'm
bus.
staying in the bus. Yeah, I'm not going outside if it's 22 degrees. I'm letting you know that right now.
Oh man, what's crazy is he grew up in Virginia. I mean, I know Virginia's not like the coldest place, but it's not like Terrell's from fucking Hawaii or Florida or some shit.
No, and then I'm from Southern Virginia. Like it's not. I'm
Sure.
not from the DMV
Yeah,
area. I'm from
but
Southern
you
Virginia.
still get you still get some snow down there. I mean,
Yeah,
ECU,
once a year.
yeah,
Just one
yeah.
snow day a year.
I mean, shit at ECU when I was there, it was snowing some. Florida's taking on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, talk about winning their Super Bowl. This is they're coming off of a win against Kentucky. Was it a fluke? I don't actually think so because they dominated the stat sheet. If you look at that stat sheet, they dominated the stat sheet against Kentucky. They're getting 14.
What I will say about Vanderbilt is I think Vanderbilt's look better than most trash Vanderbilt teams. Like if I had to rank them among the trash Vanderbilt teams, they're probably at the top.
I agree. And when you consider it's Clark Lee's second year, I do think the momentum is moving forward. So he took a big jump. I know that sounds crazy because they're 4-6, but they're actually still eligible to make a bowl, even though they're not. But
we don't know that the SEC, all SEC teams make a bowl as long as they got the win. So they very well may be in a bowl game and kick UConn out.
That's true. They're gonna get the invite over UConn.
I would actually put odds on that if Vanderbilt gets the wins, they say, hey, we're putting Vanderbilt in the bowl game.
There you go. Let's give them that extra month of prep. Let's penalize the team out there scheduling independently, trying to bust their ass each year with the schedule. What are you doing here? You laying the 14. Florida looked good against South Carolina last week. 38-6. God damn, that was an ass whooping. You laying the 14 in Nashville. Now, that's something to watch, though. I saw Billy Napier was talking about this. It's 32 degrees in Nashville right now.
Mm-hmm.
Florida is not used to that cold weather. I think
so. And we're also getting to the point of the season where, like, this year is about to be over. You're getting the last home games for a lot of teams. I'm not sure if this is Vanderbilt, so I got to look into it. But you're getting the last home games for a lot of teams. And I love backing large dogs at home in this point of the year because you're going all out. You have nothing else to lose. It's not like that you're trying to stay healthy for another season that's starting in a month or so. No, you're done. So everybody's going all out, playing their best. I was on Florida early, but now that it's at 14, I think I'm coming back on Vanderbilt here. And just saying that even if they lose, they keep it, in that 10-point game range. So yeah, give me Vanderbilt.
I'm taking Vanderbilt too. Indiana, Michigan State. This is a 9 a.m. kickoff. This game's fucking gross too, but Michigan State's still eligible to make a bowl game. They must win today, really, because they're at Penn State this week. I think they get it done. I'm going to lay the 10.5 with 10.5. I would not go much further than that, though. Indiana. I mean, Michigan State only beat Rutgers by 6 last week. I don't fucking know.
Do you think Michigan State's look good though?
No, but Indiana, I do think they might have a situation where they fire the coach next week. So,
really?
Yeah, I think he might be out the door. Maybe they let him coach the Purdue game. I'm not sure, but yeah, actually, I don't. This is not a lock by any means. I'm just picking it.
And I don't. I just don't think Michigan State is on that quality of the Big Ten where I'm laying 11, 10.5, 11. Like if you look at Maryland, some of Maryland's losses this season, you got Maryland. I mean, not Maryland, but Indiana. You got Maryland 38-33. You got Rutgers 24-17. And then you look at Michigan 31-10, Penn State 45-14, Ohio State 56-14. If I had to say Michigan State was a little bit closer on one side of the spectrum or another, I'm going to say they're closer to Maryland and Rutgers than Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan. So I think this is a little bit much. I really do. I'm back in Michigan State here.
There you go. Oh, no. Wait, you're taking Indiana then?
No, yeah, Indiana. Yeah, Indiana. I'm back in Indiana here, plus the 11. I just think that Michigan State's closer to the bottom of the Big Ten than the top, and Indiana can possibly keep this one close.
Yeah. JFK Bowl, College Station, UMass. It's been 59 years trying to get revenge on the state of Texas. A&M is laying 32.5. I mean, Texas A&M, let me just rattle off what they've scored the past couple games. Ready? They scored 10 points last week against Auburn. They scored 24 against Florida at home in College Station. They scored 28 at home against Ole Miss, the game I was at. 24 against South Carolina. 20 against Bama. 24 against Mississippi State. 23 against Arkansas. 17 against Miami. 14 against App State. 31 against Sam Houston State. So they have never scored this season over 31 points. And this is a 33-point spread. But it is UMass. Do we lay the points? But they have I don't know about that state of the locker room in College Station, but I mean,
I'm not laying 32 with Texas A&M.
Yeah, I'm taking the points with the Minutemen.
Yeah, I can't. Not this Texas A&M team. I can't lay 32. I can't.
Yeah, I agree. Duke is taking on Pitt. Duke's a 7-point dog.
This is so fun. Lock it up.
Yeah.
Lock it up. Duke money line. This is it.
Yeah. I mean, what am I missing here?
I think it's been because it's been a couple weeks since we got Duke as. I feel like it's been a couple weeks since we got Duke as a dog like this.
They're the better.
I think they forgot. I think they forgot. They must have forgot.
Plus 210 on the money line. Let's go.
Is this not the same line? Now the line has dropped, but is this not like where it opened at? This is the same line that they gave Duke against Northwestern.
Yeah.
It's the same as that thing. And when we were on Duke in that one,
dude, Duke is good this year, man. Elko's a good coach.
Yeah. Maybe a slight look ahead to Wake Forest, but no, it's Pitt. It's Pitt.
Yeah.
It's Pitt. Yeah, no, it's Pitt. They're gonna go out there. I'm already playing it. Duke on the money line.
Let's go.
Plus 225.
Virginia Tech Liberty going on.
Oh yeah.
Liberty's laying 10.
Oh yeah. Might not be enough.
Might
not be enough. Might not be enough.
It's so fucking bad.
Bounce back spot. Virginia Tech coming to Liberty.
Little brother angle of some of those Liberty players I know damn well probably wanted to play at Tech. Probably didn't get offered a scholarship. I'm all over Liberty. I think Liberty's going to fuck them up. I don't know. I mean, Virginia Tech's offense is so bad. They honestly could really get their ass whooped today. I mean, besides, I'm laying the 10.
No, they might not get past 10 points.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking, you could see a score 31-10 or something. I think the game will probably be a little closer, but I don't know. We're going to really see. They're terrible. They're fucking terrible. There's no other way to get around it. Louisiana, I saw that the Raging Cajuns are on their backup quarterback. They're heading into Tallahassee. They're catching 24. Man, this was tough. Florida State's been whooping ass lately. They've been whooping a lot of teams' asses. The only thing I think you could maybe make the case for is maybe Louisiana's better than some. I would take Louisiana to beat Miami, but I don't fucking know. I guess I'll lay the points with Florida State. What are you doing here? Actually,
I hate when they do these.
It's a get up for Louisiana.
Play. We're in conference play. Why are we playing this game right now?
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe we take the points because these Louisiana kids probably are thinking, man, I would.
I'm taking the points because guess who's on deck? Florida is on deck.
Oh yeah, look ahead.
This is the first time in a long time that I think Florida State can genuinely say, not only can we beat Florida, we can demolish Florida.
Yeah, and that's been a while. It's been a minute.
Yeah. I'm on a 24. Give me a 24. It's a letdown spot.
Let's go, Raging Cajuns. TC, locking it.
The money line is 12-1. No way I tell you to take a 24-25 point spread and not sprinkle a little bit. So fuck it. Let's lock up Louisiana over Florida State.
Taking the 24 points. Terrell Furman Jr.
You're playing a Sunbelt Funbelt team. First of all, it's the Sunbelt Funbelt, but you're playing a Sunbelt Funbelt team in this point of the season, right before a rivalry game. No more ACC play. Yeah, no.
Dude, imagine if they get that win today. Because you got App State beat A&M at A&M.
Yep.
Marshall beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. ODU beat Virginia Tech. I mean, there's a slew of these upsets that have happened. Hunter in the chat says
and think of this. I mean, there's still some of Billy Napier's guys over there at Louisiana. He might have put the call in and said, "Hey guys, I could use you to rough them up a little bit for next week." Hey. Can y'all do a little something? They be like, we got you, coach. We still love you.
There we go. I could see an angle where maybe he's talking to, because that's his assistant, that's the head coach there, saying,
Mhm.
hey, this is share some game plan stuff, or I don't know, maybe you're busy as hell. Hunter in the chat's talking about William and Mary versus Richmond game today, underrated game of the day. Yeah, it is. It's an absolute. The FCS slate is fucking better than the FBS slate today, in my opinion. There's so many critical games. The winner there, wins the CAA. And obviously playoff seeding on the line. I think both
Yeah,
teams are probably going
that's
to
a
make
big
that.
game. And William Mary was really, really good this year. Win
Shout out to
over.
Mike London doing a great job. Doing a
Yeah,
great job.
man. Yeah, and just a veteran head coach that's been around, but always had impact on every team he came across. So yeah, shout out to Mike London.
Yeah. One of the better games of the day. Get eyes on that. Flow Sports. I know that you FLO, not FLOW. Flow Sports. Get that app. You can watch that game. TCU is at Baylor. Awesome game. Rivalry game. What is this? It's the what's the fucking name of
They
it?
probably playing for some weird ass shit like the freaking Texas wheelbarrow or like it's just some weird
I was
ass
trying to think
item.
of it.
Some
Because
weird
it's
ass item.
it's I don't know the angle, but and it's the name of the fucking freeway or something. The Battle of the Freeway. I forget the name of it. And by the way, Hunter, I'm actually gonna roll with William and Mary. I think they're the tougher team. But that's a tough game. I mean, the line's 1.5. I know it's at Richmond. Richmond's got experienced quarterback.
Nah, William and Mary fans are gonna be deep in there. It's gonna feel a little bit closer to a split than all Richmond.
Yeah. That's gonna be a game. On TCU Baylor front, this is me and Patty C, and I know I took Texas last week. The Texas thing was a late change by me. If you had asked me a month ago, I was like, oh, TCU is going to fuck up Texas. The one that we were calling all offseason. Well, first off, we weren't calling for TCU to be undefeated. But once TCU was 3-0, once they were 3-0, we were like, oh, you know where they're going to get caught? The Baylor game. And my logic is this. Dave Aranda, and this is why I hit on Kansas State last week. To me, like Kansas State, if you have a physical football team, Baylor struggles with the physical football teams. The finesse teams, Dave Aranda came into the Big 12, and he's had very good success at fucking them up. I kind of consider TCU a finesse team. They have a little bit of grit to them, but I'm going to take Baylor to win on the money line here. I think they're going to ruin their season, their perfect season. So, and by the way, last year, Baylor's perfect season, or Baylor was in a good spot. TCU ruined their perfect season. And if you remember 2014 when TCU was going to make the playoffs, Art Briles and Baylor beat them with their lone loss. So this is a rivalry that goes back of fucking each other's seasons up. Give me the Bears. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Bears not completely out of the Big 12 championship, believe it or not. It's of course TCU undefeated is going to the game, but you have Kansas State who's on the road to West Virginia today at 5-2. Oklahoma State is 4-3. They've been reeling. Baylor 4-3, so there's opportunity there, and Baylor has something to play for. I'm not mad at it. I think this is a good opportunity to play spoiler and just shake up the college football playoff again, because we know in this point of the season, the college football playoff goes through a bunch of different iterations. So yeah, I like Baylor's chances. I'll take Baylor plus 2.5. This is a tough one though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, it's a game. It's I'm super excited for this one. Illinois, Michigan. Illinois is catching 17.5 on the road in Ann Arbor. I know Jake Pakeman was talking about snow on the ground. Not sure if he's in Ann Arbor, but he was saying somewhere in Michigan. I'm actually taking the points here because I actually think my analysis of this game was like Michigan's a better version of Illinois. Like they both play good defense. They both are run first teams. But I actually think it's, and Patty C always brings this up, when Rutgers plays Michigan, it seems like the past couple of years, Rutgers is a terrible version of Illinois. Like they can't throw the forward pass. They play really good defense. Surprisingly, they're just on the fucking field all day, and they're able to bang with Michigan for a little bit, and then Michigan will knock them out late. Well, Illinois is better than Rutgers this year, and I kind of believe in that philosophy again here. I think Michigan's going to win, but I think Bielema, the styles are so similar that I think they'll be able to. I think this will be a game for a while. I think in the late third, early fourth, Michigan will open it up a little bit, maybe get it up to 13 or 14, and I think it'll probably end that way. So I'm going to take the Illini in the points, especially you're getting over 17. You're getting that hook. So yeah. Anyway, what are you doing here?
So a lot of things that have to go into this for me. Number one, Chase Brown is playing in this game. He practiced, full go, everything Thursday and Friday. Huge boost of confidence for him to do that on Thursday and Friday. Huge boost of confidence. I have no worries about Chase Brown today. If you're a DFS player, you may consider playing him in DFS because I think he's not going to be a high-owned player.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
Also, situationally, Brett Bieniemy's mother died this week.
Oh shit!
And he's coaching this game. He's coaching this game on his mother's passing.
His team's going to get up. His team's going to get up.
His team is going to ball like they are going to play up for him. They're going to play up. Heart goes out to him. Prayers up to his family and everything going through that tough time. Big kudos to him for coaching this game because I don't know if I could do it. So big kudos to him for coaching this game. I cannot not back Illinois in this spot.
Oh,
Any
I
Illinois plus 17. Yeah, that's a lock. That's a lock.
Let's go. Give me the Illini.
It's a look ahead spot to Ohio State next week. I mean, it's not too many things to consider. It's Illinois this week.
If you want to talk about a gross game that me and NC Nick we're laughing about this. NC Nick has a future on Purdue to win the Big Ten West. Once again, they do not they do not control their own destiny. I have a future on Minnesota to win the Big Ten West. Once again, they do not control their own destiny. No one in the Big Ten West. But Northwestern is at Purdue. And it's funny because NC Nick's sitting there like, dude, all they have left, all Purdue has left. Now they still need help. They can't, even if they win out, they need help. But is Northwestern in Indiana? And he goes, and I'm actually terrified.
But you know what's hilarious is that because I didn't know that NC Nick had a Purdue future, and I didn't know that you have a Minnesota future because I have an Iowa future. And so
you're looking the best.
So I literally just had to get in my phone. I was like, dang, do I still have that Iowa future? And then I had to check. I'm like, oh, I still do. Because I've always been a fan of Iowa.
Dude, well, you first off, you are now the odds-on favorite in Vegas if you were to bet who wins the Big Ten West right now.
I don't believe it because that quarterback is so bad, but the defense is live. The defense is live, and that's really all I was betting on.
Well, here's what happens. If Illinois beats Michigan today, then I think Purdue controls their own destiny. But if Michigan beats Illinois, then I think Iowa controls their own destiny because Iowa has the tiebreaker over Purdue. I think, and Iowa, PJ Fleck has had a terrible time against Kirk Ferentz. That's a huge game today. We'll get to it. Northwestern's catching 17.5. NC Nick is high on Purdue, but even he is saying, oh, man, he sees an upset happening here, especially after the way Purdue looked at letdown spot here. And I'm with him. I say take the points in Northwestern, even though they've been fucking terrible this year.
Yeah, I'm not laying 17.5 with Purdue. Like that the defense, because their defense isn't like that typical Big Ten defense. Like you're thinking of a tough Big Ten games, first team to 20 wins. No, Purdue is going to try to outscore you. Like they don't play that well defensively. They have a really good offense, and they're going to try to outscore you. So now you have a Northwestern team that really, really good when they play against pocket quarterbacks on the defensive end. Like that's just kind of how that model of that team has been for the whole Pat Fitzgerald era. And again, you have 17.5. That just seems too much. I get the offense of Purdue, but yeah, I'm on Northwestern.
Houston is at East Carolina. East Carolina's laying 6. Senior day in Greenville. You better believe. What are you doing here?
Play my music.
Oh,
because we're locking up ECU under a touchdown. Houston has been very, very. What's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, they came in with a lot of hype.
Yeah, there was a bunch of hype behind them, and for good reason. But they just disappointed over the course of the entire year. ECU is come up, and I think that this is also a very good time for ECU. Where we all expect them to go bowling, but this is like the exclamation point. Like this is the exclamation point. 7-win team. You're putting us in a bowl game.
Dude, they
ECU.
should be better too. Like, I mean, when you consider the kicker cost them 3 games, like, I mean, they should be better. I'm with you. K-State avoids the they go to Morgantown. West Virginia fired their athletic director, which normally means the coach is about to get fired. But what happens if you keep winning? You beat Oklahoma for the first time, I think, since West Virginia's been in the Big 12 last week. And you also benched JT Daniels for Garrett Green. Shout out to whoever in the chat was making fun of JT Daniels. It's the third time in 3 years, I think, or maybe 4 years.
3 different schools. 3 different schools. He's gotten benched at 3 different schools.
Him,
like
man.
I just at one point I said, no, I think JT Daniels is really good. Like I like JT Daniels. I said I think JT Daniels is better than Stetson Bennett. I'm sorry, he's gotten benched at 3 different schools. Like and like Pac-12, SEC, ACC.
Yeah,
not SEC, but Big 12. I actually want to do a study. Has anybody been benched in 3 different Power 5 conferences? Like,
no
I just don't
it's
think
impossible.
so.
It's got to be
I don't
the
think
first
so.
guy. Oh man,
I'm still taking West Virginia plus the 7 though.
I am too, and I'll be honest. Garrett Green's got wheels.
Mhm.
I was impressed with him. Now the only problem is that so if you watched them beat Oklahoma last week, they ended up just doing the option read a shit ton of times.
Mhm.
The only problem is K-State lives and dies by the option read with their own team, so they practice against it all the fucking time.
Mhm.
I'm still going to take Dub V. I think it's a game, but I do think that K-State. If there was one team you would not want to be playing if you're going to be doing this option read in the Big 12, it's probably K-State or Iowa State.
Mhm.
So, but I'm still taking it. It's on the road. Morgantown's a strange trip. I'll take the 8.5 and the Mountaineers. Let's go. Georgia State's taking on JMU. The only reason I bring this up is because Patty C says we're gonna go. He says we're gonna win 8-3. He might have a point.
Is that what he said?
I mean, 8-3. They only play 11 games this year because they're jumping up to the FBS. They won't let them play 12 or whatever.
Mhm.
So if they beat Georgia State today, they'll be 7-3, and then they get Coastal next week.
That's a big game.
That is. I mean, they've been impressive. Even right now, if they were to lose out, it's still a winning record in year 1.
And in the FBS, you were ranked at one point in the season. Like that's something to hang your hat on for sure.
Agreed. It's 27 degrees there right now. Whew. Yeah,
It's
I'll
cold
take
everywhere,
JMU.
man.
I'll
It's
take
cold
JMU.
everywhere. Like it's just cold everywhere. It's ridiculous.
But these boys from Atlanta, man, coming up to 27 degrees. I mean, I know Atlanta's weird because you think it's like hot. I've actually been to Atlanta where it's actually cold.
Mhm.
I'm still taking, I don't know. That's more than a touchdown. Okay, give me Georgia State to cover, JMU to win. 9.5 points. What are you doing here?
I think I'm going JMU, man. I can't keep fading this JMU team. Like they're just really good. Like they're just really good, and they made a statement. And I think that there's still something to play for because, they're going bowling. Like that's happening. They're going bowling, but now you're going out and you're showing everybody, hey, not only did we tell you we're going FBS, we said we're going to be good in FBS. This is for the recruits. This is for they probably do have recruits at this game too. This is for the recruits and us showing them, hey, we're coming in here, we're taking over this conference.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep rolling, and we're going to move up and up and up. And this is why you come play at JMU.
Yeah. I can see. You make sense. You make sense there. All right, Brawl of the Wild. Montana, college game days here. Montana is at Montana State.
Okay.
It is 3 degrees. 3 fucking degrees in Bozeman, Montana. Montana State's laying 1.5. They're at home. It's a revenge spot for them because Montana got them last year for the first time in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rivalry that's shit. It goes back a long way, and it's if you've been, the state of Montana. From at least I know they've gotten a lot of transplants since COVID, but when I went to the state of Montana, I got to give it up for them because this is all they fucking talk about is their this rivalry and which side of the rivalry they're on.
Mm-hmm.
I was oblivious to that before I did some stand up in Montana and really got to talk to some of the people there.
You did stand up in Montana?
I did, man.
How does that?
How's it go over? Well, let me tell you.
No, I like, yeah, like it's just, I don't know. I just feel like if there's a
How does
state
that
that I
happen?
never visit, if it's a state that I never visit, like ever at all, it's probably Montana. Like I can't say it's Alaska. Y'all know I don't like cold. I can't say it's Alaska because that's like a bucket list. All right, everybody got to say they went to Alaska at one point.
Go
but
see some polar bears or some
why
shit.
why do I have to say, oh, I definitely have to be in Montana? Like I don't know.
Well, for me, all it was this, man, and this is pretty much with stand up, especially when you're first starting out, is like you're just like, I'll go, oh, I get a chance to open up. Doesn't matter where. We could be in fucking Baghdad, and I'd be like, I'm in.
Which game is Kobe Benedict banning today?
yeah. So what are you doing here? I actually think I'm going to take. See, here's the angle here. Montana, the Grizzlies, though they are the more desperate team to get into the FCS playoffs because they've lost 3 games all by a score or less. I'm going to take the Grizz on the road against the Bobcats, even though they're only getting 1.5 points. What are you doing here?
Man, I'm talking Montana football. I don't normally talk Montana football.
Go with the home team and the higher ranked team.
Home team and higher ranked team sounds too easy. And you said Montana State just lost last year, right?
Montana pulled the upset. So Montana for like 15 years was the better team, or actually, I mean, they still hold the all-time series. But the past 5 years, Montana State had won before last year. I think they'd won 4 or 5 in a row, and then last year Montana got them. So
yeah, I'm going Montana State.
I was going Bobcats. There we go. Brawl of the Wild, folks.
I think Sean was on the Bobcats too.
I think so.
And although Ryan, very good point. Bobcat, terrible mascot. Terrible mascot.
What happened to the Charlotte Bobcats? Right?
That's why they changed it. That team was trash. They were never good.
Boston College against Notre Dame. Boston College catching 21. Dude, I can't believe I'm locking up BC. I wouldn't look. Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman's got momentum going, but that offense doesn't roll like the defense rolls, right? The special teams shit. I think they had the most blocked punts in the nation.
They got USC next week, don't they?
Yeah. 21's too much, man. They've only beaten one team by more than 21 all year, and that was UNLV. I'm taking the 21 in Boston College. Another thing is this is a rivalry game. There's a rivalry game here. So
is this really?
Not really, but for Boston College players, I think so.
I feel like we're making up fake rivalries now.
Not for Notre Dame players. For Boston College players, I think they say, like, I want to go there because I'm going to get a shot at playing Notre Dame.
Okay. I was about to say, I don't know. I think we're making fake rivalries up there.
Dude, I got a text from a comic I know from Notre Dame, and he's like, "Oh, this is the Holy War, the real Holy War, not the BYU Utah thing." And I'm like, "You're fucking crazy."
Tomatoes. I'm throwing tomatoes. Boo.
Give me BC in the points though. Lock it up for me, man. It's too many fucking points.
Yeah, I'm backing this too much for a Notre Dame game. So yeah, I'm locking up BC as well. I just don't trust Notre Dame's offense to be able to put up over 20 points on, a lot of teams. UNLV, it was a different spot, but I'll back BC here in a game that they probably should get up for because they don't have anything else to play for.
Yeah. Why am I seeing? Does anyone know? I'm not seeing the Miami Clemson line right now.
I just saw it.
Really?
Did they pull it down? I was just looking at it. 18.5.
18.5. Should I Benedict this game? Because I laid the points with Clemson, but Miami sucks ass. I can't take Miami, man.
I'm not touching this game. I would much rather go to a random game in the FCS, the two teams that I don't know about, than bet Clemson and Miami today. I'm not touching this game, but for terms of picking every game gets spread, give me Clemson.
Yeah, I won't Benedict here. Ohio State's laying 27 against Maryland.
Oh wait, I know exactly what game to get you to Benedict. Let me hold on. Because I was looking at your picks and I said, Kobe, why are you doing this? This is crazy. Hold on. I got to find it.
All right, but I'm locking up Ohio State minus 27 against Maryland.
Okay.
Fade Loxley in effect.
Yeah, Roxy sucks, man.
Ohio State fucks them up, dude. Almost every year. I pulled up like the past 7 times they've played. Only one time was the game even close. I'm going to lay the points today with them. Georgia.
I don't remember what game it was. It was something. I was like, Kobe, you're crazy.
It was probably me taking Kentucky plus 22.5.
Nah.
That's when I did this play strictly because Georgia fans were like, you always fade us. Right? We've made a grip fading Georgia.
Good point.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to double down on Kentucky, even though I know this team sucks. So I'm giving Georgia fans the love right there.
I'm not doing it. Georgia's just good, man.
I know.
I took Georgia last week against Mississippi State, and Georgia's just good. No, we can't fade Georgia.
Yeah. What do we got here? Texas -9 against Kansas. Oh, I saw someone in the chat mention this.
Mm-hmm.
Should we take a Duke and Kansas basketball style parlay because they're two basketball schools? Duke on the money line against Pitt, Kansas on the money line against Texas.
What's
Jalen Daniels? I think is playing today.
No, so hold on. What's the stat on? Hold on. I gotta get my phone charger. My phone's about to die. I got
right on, dude. I see the chat talking about Oklahoma State money line. I thought I read that Spencer Sanders is playing today. I'm pretty sure I read that Spencer Sanders is playing today.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Les Miles' Kansas team has covered against this Texas team. That was what I wanted to say. I didn't really have a full stat. I just wanted to go ahead and say this. Kansas has covered. What is it? Where is this game at? It was like 4.
Lawrence.
It's like 3 or 4. No. I'm looking for the how many times they covered this game in a row. They've covered this game like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
And one outright 2, I think.
Dude, the chat is lighting up with the basketball game parlay of doing Duke money line, Kansas money line, and then add in UConn money line.
Are you serious? We're taking all basketball schools in football today. All right, you know what? I like it. Like I'm not gonna lie. That's degen enough for me where I like it. So
I love it. Shout out to
so here it is. The last 5 meetings, Kansas has covered all 5 meetings. They have won 2 outright, including the one last year where they were 30-point dogs. They covered a 28.5-point spread, 50-48. They covered a 15.5 spread, 24-17. They covered a 32-point spread, 42-27. Look, a lot of these are Les Miles Kansas teams. Like Les Miles stench is over that, and they still. You gotta take Kansas today. Like you have to take Kansas.
Well, and if you dive into the analytics from last week, so Kansas lost to Texas Tech. Terrell, we called for Kansas as an upset, and we should have actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
I know that score. You look at it and say they lost by double digits, but Kansas averaged 9.2 yards per play, and they fucking lost, which is almost impossible. You're almost getting a first down every fucking play.
Yeah.
They turned the ball over a lot in the red zone. That was the difference in the game. I'm on. Give me the Jayhawks +9. Ride that money line. I see Stuff Me Foods in the chat saying Kansas, Duke, UConn parlay is +5,400.
And aren't we getting Jalen Daniels back today?
Yeah. I mean, I saw reports saying he's going to play. So that adds another element. You might see both. And I think it makes it harder on Texas's defense to prepare for both. I mean, Daniels is kind of a,
I don't know if I said this yet, but I'm locking up Kansas. I'm not sure if I said that already.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. I'm locking it up too. Let's go. NC State Louisville. Why did they pull that line for me here? NC State Louisville. Can someone find that? Oh,
it was 3.
That one's probably because Cunningham's uncertainty, right? Is he out of this game? He is out.
He's out? Oh,
yeah, wow. Cunningham is out. So you're dealing with 2 backup quarterbacks here because Devin Leary's out for NC State.
But didn't Louisville? No, that was Florida State's backup that was in that game.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen Louisville's backup this season.
I think he played a little bit in what the fuck game was it? His name is Brock Doman. He played in one of those games. I think Cunningham got dinged up. I don't remember what game it was though.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bad. He's not bad, but still, I mean, I think that's anyone's game now. I'll go Louisville. It's at home, but I mean, That's just because I'm waiting for NC State to lose either this game or next week to Carolina, so I can cash my under on NC State. I'll be honest, I'm very biased. Very biased.
Very biased pick there. However, I'm going Louisville just for the sole fact that in college football, it's really, truly, maybe a little bit in college basketball, but it's majority college football, truly a next man up sport. And you'll see teams that go down a guy, and everybody's like, oh, they're not going to get done. They're missing this person and that person, blah, blah. And then they come in there, they still have a pretty good showing. Quinn Ewers went down, they still had a pretty good showing against Alabama for the rest of that game. Think of Bean coming in for Jalen Daniels. They still had a pretty good season, through the rest of those games. They lost some games, but they still look pretty good. Like Florida State, Louisville. Florida State backup came in, won the game. So, or did they win? They might have won.
No,
but either way.
No. Yeah, Florida State's backup came in, and Florida State won the game. Found a way.
Yeah, so I think that it's a good spot, even if the backup does play, or it sounds like he is playing, that you still can catch an NC State team that really shouldn't be ranked at all.
Yeah. Iowa and Minnesota. This is a huge game. Absolutely fucking huge game in the Big Ten West. I would say the loser's pretty much eliminated. I think actually that's a fact.
They are.
Minnesota's laying 2.5. I know you got the Iowa ticket, and look, I have the Minnesota ticket. However, I think you should bet Iowa because Iowa fucks up Minnesota.
That's the Benedict Dant game.
Yeah,
that's the Benedict Dant game right there. Iowa.
Yeah. Look, PJ Fleck's never beaten Iowa. They've never beaten Iowa. Iowa seems to be kind of rolling last week. They had like 80 yards of offense. That's an upgrade. And their defense always gets a touchdown. I feel like every fucking week now. Dude, Iowa has a white cornerback that's a fucking baller. I can't believe it. Since Jason C. This has been a long time since I've seen a white fucking cornerback.
Cortland Finnegan. Cortland Finnegan, last one.
There's not many out there. So it's like seeing a fucking zebra or a unicorn. Anyway, white. Iowa is to me, they're just a better team. And Tanner Morgan, Spencer Petras sucks, right? He sucks.
It's trash.
But he doesn't turn the ball over as much. We saw it with Mertz last week. I was like, Mertz will make more mistakes than Petras, which is crazy. But Petras still won't do anything good. But they don't need him to do anything good because if the other defense or the other offense, throws a pick, that's getting a touchdown, getting a pick six in one of these games.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's absolutely
like
huge.
100 points. You know what I mean? So I'm on the Hawkeyes here. I assume you are too, since you have an Iowa ticket. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not Benedict Relling at all. I'm sticking with my Iowa Hawkeyes, even though I do prefer them at home. I'm sticking with the Iowa Hawkeyes. I think that we get an ugly, terrible game. Just go ahead, bet the under. Go ahead, bet the under. I think it's an ugly, terrible game. That defense for Iowa is all world, like very, very good. And I just pray to the football guys that Petras just gets me through the game. Just get me through the game. That's all I ask.
We gotta talk about Bedlam, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. Folks in the chat, I saw them mentioning the Oklahoma State, the backup quarterback situation. Is it gonna be? I think Spencer Sanders is playing. As far as I know, last night I did a show, or I did a radio spot, but I had just read an article like that had been published 15 minutes prior to me doing the show that said Spencer Sanders is playing in that game. So obviously that's critical for you betting this, but I'm on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma. I just think this is personal to him. It's personal to him. I'm taking the 7 and the Cowboys, and I'm sprinkling some on the money line. What are you doing here?
Give me the Cowboys. I want to, and this is a bad, like, this is a tricky line. This is a very tricky line, and it does tell me that I'm a little afraid of the money line. I'm not gonna lie. This one I'm concerned about the money line. Well, but I think this is a close game. I don't think like this. If you told me this was an overtime game and it came down to a 2-point conversion for who wins this game, I would not be surprised. So give me Oklahoma State.
Plus 220 on the money line, says Taj. Sure. I think it's a game. I think it's anyone. Obviously, monitor that Spencer Sanders situation. Obviously, that's huge because it's a big drop off. Tennessee's at South Carolina. Tennessee's laying 21, I believe. Any chance? I know you're there in Columbia, South Carolina. Any chance dude, what's going on with that offense, man? South Carolina's offense looks fucking awful, man.
Mm-hmm. Look, they do look really, really bad. And Tennessee, I tell you, all world. And again, close connections to the Hooker family. They're an A&T family. Coach is my mentor. So, I'm always rooting for Hendon. I'm trying to pull up what Shane Beamer said earlier today. He said, I met earlier today with Fowler, Kirkherbstreit, and I told them the last time I was in Columbia at the same time as them, it was back in 2010 when we beat number 1 Alabama in that stadium. We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Wow.
Give me my South Carolina Gamecocks
man.
plus 23 and sprinkle on the money line. And if you happen to see me at this game tonight, just mind your business. We'll see.
Hey,
What I haven't checked.
39 degrees. What's that threshold where you don't go? Is 39
39 sounds really bad. I didn't know it was that bad. It sounds really bad, but I might layer up. It's the only reason is it's sold out, so it's gonna be hard for me to get in. But if you see me at the game, mind your business. Just mind your business.
Oh man, you want me to Benedict this one. I'm not. I can't trust South Carolina's offense. It looks fucking horrible. Hendon Hooker's fucking putting up Heisman numbers. They want to make the playoffs. They need style points. This might be close in the first half. Tennessee lays it on them. I'm laying the points with the Vols. All right. USC's taking on UCLA here at the Rose Bowl. They're having a sellout, but not a sellout. They're removing some of the tarps. I always thought a sellout was when every seat in the house was full, but they're deeming it a sellout, but they still have some of the tarp up, which would, in my opinion, negate the fucking sellout. Anyway, USC's laying 2.5. This game is going to be fucking bananas. So here's the angle here that I think people are forgetting about. UCLA in LA last year. Now I get it. Lincoln Riley wasn't there. Caleb Williams wasn't there. Like a bunch of their team wasn't there. But still, a lot of their team was. UCLA ran it up late, man. They put up 62 in the Coliseum. Now, I also understand that USC's defense has a ton of issues, including like their best defensive player is injured, and then obviously Travis Dye is injured. Man, I still am going to trust Caleb Williams. I'm laying the 2.5, but I could see UCLA's physicality, the way they run the ball. I really could. That's a great blueprint for how to beat USC. And Zach Charbonnet can fucking he can really pose some problems. I think
control the clock, keep them off the field, force the defense to defend. Oh man, is this not the hardest game we've had to handicap all year?
Yeah,
it feels like it. It feels like it.
The over-under's at 76.5. Holy shit.
I'm trying to find anything that can just sway me one side or the other. Anything. I've been debating this game all week, and I knew when I came up here, I said, Kobe's going to ask me about this game, and I have no idea what I'm going to say to him. All right. I think I'm going to trust Lincoln Riley. Yeah. Lincoln Riley, he's staring. He sees the college football playoff right there. He sees it. He can taste it. He always finds a way. He finds a way to get back. Now, does he? If he shows up there, that's well, no. He finds a way to get back.
Yeah.
Give me Lincoln Riley here to find a way to get a win. Like this is a huge game. This is gonna be so fun. I don't care who wins one way or another, but this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, agreed. Pac-12 after dark, Utah, Oregon. Last I saw, it's a 3-point spread. I see it off the board right now, and I think that has to do with
Bo Nix isn't playing.
Ooh, so we'll wonder what that has moved to. I don't see it on my board right now.
Let me look and see if I can see one.
Well, he's not playing. Give me Utah all day. I mean,
so
I was going to take Utah with Nix playing.
Actually, well, I was definitely taking Utah with Nix playing, but I see 2.5 for Utah.
So it went down? It was 3.
Wasn't it? It was 3 earlier?
I thought so. Maybe I'm fucking crazy, but
I thought it was 2.
It's tough now that I have college basketball going. Because
either way,
I have 100 games in my fucking head. But yeah, what are you doing?
Either way, the books are doing the same thing that I'm doing and feel like Bo Nix isn't worth any points to this team at all. And I actually don't care if that he's out. And I actually like Oregon a little bit more that he's out. And I feel more confident backing Oregon at home while he's out. I'm not going to, switch my pickup though. Utah dominates this team. They beat this team twice last year
Yeah.
on the route to winning the Pac-12 championship.
Give
me Utah. Give me Utah right here. They're going to get it done on the road. And guess what? Oregon looking ahead to the Civil War.
Oh yeah, you got.
I guess we're not supposed to call it that anymore. But
no, what the fuck is that? That still doesn't make any fucking sense.
I feel like Civil War is a cool name,
and they had nothing to do with the actual real Civil War. It makes no fucking sense. Oregon wasn't.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that stupid fucking policy of not calling that a fucking Civil War. I would understand it if it was like, okay, Mississippi's not calling it the Civil War. Then I'd be like, you know what?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. We understand that. I understand
Oregon,
that.
what the fuck is this? Just absolutely fucking ridiculous. Let's get out of here on a parlay here, or money line part. Well, we already gave away the basketball school parlay.
Yeah, so the basketball school, and that's good because the Duke game started at 12, so that's good. We got to go a little bit further down the slate to get some games that haven't started yet.
I think shit. Let me go. I mean, we could talk OK State into it. We could talk. Is there any way UAB gives LSU a game? No. Maybe actually. I mean, I don't know.
In the swamp, isn't it a night game? Is that a day game?
It is. No, it's at 6. It's at 9 there or 8 their time.
Yeah, no, that's too lit for the swamp. Kansas plus 260.
Yeah, Kansas plus 260.
Throw that in there.
Kansas plus 260, and
I need some value. Where's the value?
What about
South Carolina plus 950?
No, I'm not fucking talking that shit, dude. What about Stanford beating Cal? Stanford in a gross game on Pac-12 Network.
Yeah, go gross
Stanford beating Cal.
Or do we go Arizona State against Oregon State? Sorry, Drayton. Looking ahead to Oregon next week.
That is a good spot. Tempe's tough too. Tempe's tricky.
And this is an early game for the Pac-12.
All right.
2:15 on the East Coast.
You can talk me into this. What's that plus?
I mean, Arizona fired Herm. They had a really bad season. I wouldn't be surprised, but
plus
we don't have to go there. We don't have to go that way, but just something fun.
What about Dub V against K-State?
Okay, I could buy that.
Plus
West Virginia is a hard place to go play. So
plus 240. We do that. We do Kansas, and the third leg.
Man, does Freeman fuck up this Boston College game that bad?
Oh, let's take BC money line, dude.
Do they fuck up this Boston College game that bad?
Let's take BC money line because they're a lot like Stanford. They have like a good quarterback and an awesome wide receiver. And
okay, so this is what we do. I got you. This is what we do. BC, West Virginia, Kansas, 3-team round robin.
Love it. Let's go. All right, folks, we will be back next week. Subscribe to the College Football Experience. Make sure you check out Terrell on, first I'll give him a follow on Twitter at ReallyRel, at ReallyRel__. And check out all of those podcasts, the NBA Gambling Podcast, WNBA Gambling Podcast, NFL Gambling Podcast. You can catch him all over. He's obviously on this podcast. He's also on the, you'll hear him on the SGP show often. So check him out. And let's fucking make some money. All right. Subscribe. Check out the College Basketball Experience. You'll hear him over there too. We're going daily picks over there. Subscribe. Tell a friend. All right, folks. This is the College Football Experience pregame show. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.